Last home and away match in second division, Somerville playing Tyab. The president of Somerville, Chris Fawcett, has been good enough to join us. Chris, it's been a controversial couple of weeks for your football club. I dare say you'd like to stay out of the news. You'll be looking for a new coach. It's going to be a difficult process, and it probably hasn't gone to plan as much as you would have liked, has it?
No, that's correct, Dan. Like, it's been a tough couple of weeks for the club. It's unfortunate there's people external that haven't helped the situation, and unfortunately I actually seen Blackers the other night on your show saying that, you know, Andreas had been sacked via media. I definitely want to say that wasn't the case, and I'm really disappointed Blackers has said that. It's made our committee look poor and probably given us a bad name, whereas we've done nothing but be professional. Unfortunately, yes, Andreas is upset, and he's got every right to be, but we have gone through a thorough process. So I'm really disappointed that to see those reports about our club and our committee, because I believe that we're doing the right thing by the club, by our supporters and by our members.
Were you able to get in touch with Andreas?
Look, we did struggle for a few days. Andreas had heard rumours about Nick Jewell, and as we know, that wasn't the case. He signed with Rosebud, so Andreas did go to ground for a couple of days, but we did try to communicate with him, and then I spoke to him directly in person, and we discussed the situation, and Andreas and the club decided to part ways. And Andreas, to his credit, is going to stay on, obviously again today, and see out the season and come to presentation night. And as far as we're concerned, he'll always be part of the Somerville community. He's a junior at the club, he's a great guy, and unfortunately coaching hasn't worked out this year for him or the club. So I'm just really disappointed with some of the stuff that's going around out there. Obviously, I can't control what people are saying, but I just want to put our case across that as a committee, I believe we've done the right thing, again, by the club, by the players, by our members. And I just wish people would get their facts right.
In regard to Nick Jewell, Sean Graff, of course, is heading the selection committee, is my understanding of that, the former Somerville player and former Australian cricketer who knows Nick well from their St Kilda Cricket Club days and Victorian cricket days. Did Sean think that he had Nick Jewell as coach?
Look, Nick's name was brought up and was discussed, along with Tony Blackford's name. So, but obviously the tie with Sean and Nick obviously automatically linked us. And I believe some members of our group had spoken to Nick. But like I said, other people have been spoken to as well. And we're at the stage now where we're down to probably 3 or 4 candidates, and we're going to go through the process over the next week or two, and hopefully we'll have an announcement and we'll speak to you guys, and hopefully you guys can come down and meet our new coach in a couple of weeks.
So how long ago did you decide that Andreas wasn't the right man, and was it because he hasn't been able to play? Do you think that it would have worked out better for him if he had been able to play? Of course, he's been gone since the middle part of the season because of a bad injury.
Yeah, look, injury hasn't helped, but we feel that with our young and up-and-coming group, we've got an exciting bunch out here at the moment in under-19s and bits and pieces. Some good players coming through the twos. Injuries has really hurt the team. So our decision wasn't result-driven. It was more around where do we see ourselves in 2 to 3 years, and what do we need? And we believe we need an older, experienced coach, and preferably a non-playing coach.
So do you think you've underperformed this year?
At times, yes, we've lost winnable games. Like round 1, we were 5 goals up against Coringal. We had a full squad, and I thought, how easy is this? This is going to be a great year. And the wheels have fallen off totally with injury. A couple of bad losses at home against Devon Meadows. We should have probably won 3 or 4 games, more than we've won this year.
What do you put that down to?
I think inexperience on the field, some poor kicking, and probably some lack of leadership, but that's purely driven because of injury. So we've had a lot of young kids out on the field, and that's understandable. But the positive of that is I think we've exposed about 12 kids to their first games, and that's only going to help us next year and the years beyond.
Do you think that the relationship with yourself and Andreas Everett can be mended, or do you think it's already been mended? Or, I'll add to that and say, do you think there was ever a problem with the relationship between the two regarding this coaching controversy, if you like?
Look, we're a new committee this year. Andreas was already in the role. We come on, we're fully supportive. Unfortunately, some people external to that didn't believe that was the case. Again, Andreas is a great guy. I'd love to catch up tonight and have a beer with him and shake hands, and we can hopefully get on with business. And again, wish him all the best, whichever path he chooses. We would have liked Andreas to even stay on as a player next year, And we'll talk to him about that in a couple of weeks, maybe when the dust settles.
Doesn't make it easy when you live in Yarraville, does it?
No, that doesn't help. So, but we'll see what happens. That's up to Andreas. I suppose we'll see where he sits in a couple of weeks.
Good on you, Chris. Thanks for joining us. Good luck in your final match and good luck in your ventures to find a new coach. Really appreciate your time again.
Thanks, Dan. Thanks again, Face, for the time.
Pleasure.